Everybody back to Legroom Plays Geneforge. I apologise for not streaming last week. I was just so worn out from work um, for the whole week, but I should be good to keep streaming tonight. Um, if we recall from week before last, we were in the Inutar village. We found out a little bit about some of the shapers that have been on the island since it was barred. And we're going to have a bit of fun finding out some more stuff from the whoever made these battle beaters. So yeah, without further ado, let's get the game up, and we can have big, serious conversations. Ascended Labs. You emerge from this tunnel and find an isolated grove hidden away on the south coast. There is yet another old shape of ruin, mostly overgrown. There are settlers here, though. You can't see any of the residents, but you do find their guards. A listless crowd of huge creations wanders in circles not far to the east. They haven't seen you yet, so you can't be sure how they'll react to you. They seem to be... They're red named, which tends to mean aggressive. But I have been given the key to come in here. So let's see if I can just evade them for now. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's really not good. Um, I can't love the cone enough. Unless I go to there. Which point I can hit. Yeah, this is a little bit more hardcore than I was hoping. Sure that charm, because otherwise things are going to get very difficult. Healing spores. Bugger. Let's rebuild Jeff. Innate haste, poison spray. He had magical skill upgrade. Did he have 2 magical skill upgrades? I can't remember. It's feels about right. What's the dexterity? No, it's not magical skill, the dexterity for accuracy. Yeah, this might be me biting off more than I could chew. So I think I'm going to try and sneakily... Oh, no, no, that's probably it for me. Get that error effect days on. Uh, Checking on Pentel, just in order to make some distance, to control some distance. And let's see what's on the other side of this bridge. There's an awful lot of what at first glance seem to be turrets, or might have once been turrets. Worn obelisks. Less worn obelisk. High defense holding cells. Okay. Don't have enough mechanics skill to get that working. Alright. Is this door still active? No. Okay. I'm pretty sure that that will control at least some of these mines. But there's a back way in, it would seem. Okay, so this is just the way, another way into here. And there's another servant mind. Okay then. So no. Servant mind energy has been depleted by its long years here. When you approach it mumbles, Shaper, you have returned. I am Cell 1. I am out of nutrients. Please feed me so I can function. Right, can I see... Where can I get nutrients from you? There should be some nearby case. Closes his eyes and stops talking. Journal, special items. So I've only got one set of nutrients for a mind. So it's an open question whether it is worth it to feed it to this mind or another one on the island. So I'll leave it for now. Interesting. I mean, from the damage to this building, it looks like a pair of living turrets guard this pathway. When you walk into view, they turn their thorn nozzles away from you. You can pass safely. These turrets are young. They can't have been shaped. Someone on this island bred and trained them. Another surprise from Susie Island. Living tools and batons are actual living creatures, cunningly crafted by the Shapers. They require only a tiny amount of nutrients and are highly superior to crude, inferior, not alive objects. Buron is trying to get these scarce and valuable creatures to breed with each other. You place them in these pens with water and food, and attempt to get them to reproduce. You doubt that it will work. Even when they do reproduce, it requires a skilled Shaper-trained craftsman to work a baton worm into a functional weapon. Still, this shows an unusual amount of initiative and cunning for a servile. Buron. The servile is more nicely dressed than most you've encountered. He has made an effort to find clean, quality clothes, the sort provided to scribe and servant serviles. Your arrival doesn't surprise him. When you enter, he says, "Welcome, Shaper. I am Buron, a tinker." Sometimes serviles are used to maintain and repair simple Shaper objects. Buron has been a dedicated follower of this tradition. This workshop is full of tools, broken batons, and so on. What do you do here? He speaks slowly, carefully weighing each word. He may be speaking with extra care because he is in the presence of a Shaper, or maybe he's always like this. I am a tinker. I scavenge and repair Shaper goods in my workshop. I also try to breed living equipment. An experiment. Why do you live out here? I am not comfortable with my kind. I crave solitude. I speak with you because I owe it to you as my creator. Breed equipment? What do you mean? He puts it off. I am trying to breed living tools and batons. They are alive, after all, but the supply is limited. I am trying to get them to make more of themselves. It will be very good for serviles. Have you had any success? No, but I think I am having some success awakening their natural desires of thorn batons. What will you do with the excess if you succeed? Well, if I can make batons, it will be very helpful. I can provide great power to... I suppose I haven't thought that far ahead yet. Question. What do you know about this area? There was a Shaper Warren here. Still is, I suppose, but a ruin. I do not know what it is for. To go east, you must pass through it. How can I get through? There are traps, shaped mines. I'm sure you can master them. You are a Shaper. You can also disarm the traps by walking on them. He laughs. That was his idea of a joke. Also, there are deadly worms on the other side of the warren. You can sneak past them, but you have to be careful. Something interesting inside the tunnels. There is one of your servant mines. It is dormant now. I do not know why. But when it was awake, it told me there had been humans inside recently. It said one of the humans was killed. That human had a spray baton. Interesting. Yes, I am humble, Shaper. I do not ask things of my betters. However, if you could bring me that baton, I could increase my breeding stock. It might be the key to my project. If I try, it would really help serviles. If you can bring me the baton, I can help you in return. That's all for now. Okay, so I've been given a quest in this space. So I think at this point it's reasonable for me to feed that mind. See if it can shut off the mines and similar. I forget which mind it was I spoke to earlier, but there was a mind that shut off thorns. I think it was the one in the hills of jars. You open the ceramic jug and carefully feed the nutrient solution to cell 1. The effect is almost immediate. It opens its eyes wide and stretches its tiny arms and legs. Thank you, Shaper. I knew that, if I continued to live, you would return one day. How might I help you? What is this place? This is, well, was, a facility for storing creations. When a creation was made and needed to be held for further study, it was kept here. I kept track of what was here and operated the defences. Many creations still here. Most rogues held in our cells starved long ago. The only things that could live long enough, besides me, were turrets and shades. Turrets? A new sort of turret was created on this island, a Reaper turret, horribly lethal. One of them was placed in one of the northern cells. Maybe it still lives. You have never heard of a Reaper turret before. They might only exist on Susie Isle. Shades? A new variety of creation. Very exciting. Only partially physical. Held together by magical energy. The shapes were very exciting about it. Interesting. The making of shades is completely forbidden by the Shapers. Shades must have first been discovered on this island. Because they've only limited corporeal form, they are very difficult to hold. Ourselves are the only ones that can manage, he says with some measure of pride. The question. Cell 1 seems to be much healthier now. Tell me about this area's defences. The cells are held shut with powerful doors. I control them all from here. The rest of our defences died long ago. You only know about the doors. If I find any other defences here, I did not make them. I cannot control them. I'm sorry, Shaper. So you don't know about the mines? There are mines here? So strange. Only Shapers can make those. Or so I thought. I don't know who could have made these. Maybe the intruder visited me, but I was not active. Question. I want to know more about this island. Susie Island was used for research. Many of the wisest Shapers came here to work and learn. Then, about 200 years ago, the island was barred. The Shapers all left quickly, so quickly that many objects were left behind, like me. Why was the island barred? I am not important enough to know. One day, Definel came to me, told me what was happening. 2 days later, they were all gone. Who was Definel? He was in charge of the school to the west. He was very important on the island. He passed through on the way back to the school. That was when he closed his facility down. Can you think of anything else? I do remember one thing. When Definel was walking away for the last time, he said, "Damn the Geneforge. It would all have worked out if they didn't push things too far." That's all I heard. I apologise for not helping more, Shaper. So we have our title drop, ladies and gentlemen. What is the Geneforge? I do not know. I'm not even sure it's what he said. Very upset and angry, and I was scared. Yeah, that is. Level up. Get their mechanics up. And I forget what I was talking about increasing as well. I was talking about increasing something else, but I can't remember what it was the last time I streamed. I'd have to go back over the VODs. One of the points into blessing magic. And leave a bunch of skill points unspent so I can increase something a bit more dramatically. Oh yeah, I'll ask him to open the doors. Can you open the doors for me? There we go. Dripping water has smeared the writing in this book. It is completely illegible. Dripping water has smeared the writing in this book. It is almost completely illegible. You can, however, understand one passage. Shades of all varieties are to be kept here from now on. Other facilities lack the properly sealed cells required to contain them. Shade cells are not to be opened without a full guardian present. They are volatile and lethal under even the best circumstances. So those aren't going to blow up on me. I think those still are though. There's once a very small guard post. beverages. It's fine. See if these are still angry. Flip that switch. Okay, so essence pool, so I can build Vulcan. It's not the ideal circumstance, but a Velish shade or similar in here. A human was chained to this post and stabbed. He died not long ago. He was one of the outsiders who invaded this island. You find no signs of who he was or why he was executed. Pretty sure that's... Oh, no, that's that. Ooh. Yes, so I gave my new version of... Let's name him properly. I think he's Vulcan the Third. A Frost Aura. So he does cold damage around him every turn, which I think is going to be valuable and really incentivise me to... I can't change the order of things at the moment. And cure put things in the appropriate order. There is speed spores. It's going to come in handy. And let's see what's in here. A spray baton. Let's check it down. Well, the spray baton is what I was asked to grab by I'm forgetting the name of the servile immediately after talking to him. By the guy up here. So that is what I will do after I've investigated these ruins. I'm trying to... Ah yes, right click, find out information, 46 health max, 23 current. Not too big of an issue. That being said, let's throw a cure for the acid, because acid damage is a pain. War blessing because it's going to be tricky without, because that alarm has been shouted. Protection. Get a heal going. Can I hit with a yes, I can. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Cure. In combat. So there's one over there. Are there more up here? Nope, that looks like all of them. Ivory band. Bunch of resistances. Ooh. That's nice. But I don't think it's as nice as my current ring. So those searing artillas I faced there are like similar to the Cryora. It's an upgraded version of the base model. I think I can make those actually. Yeah, I might do so in future. Take advantage of my great and terrible shaping skills. Can't catch both of them in the same one unless I'm 2 steps further back. But I only have 2 action points left, so I'm just going to go this way. Cure, heal, and combat. Collecting thorns. Boots. Aren't as good as my boots. Major healing spores. Reaper thorns. Ooh, running out of space. I have to put one of those bits of shaper equipment in the junk bag. 'Tis a shame. Found thorns in the junk bag. Shake the bush, the thorns fall out of the bush. Sell the thorns. It's a system. Didn't notice that was in there. So yes, I found that spray baton that this fella was talking to me about. That might help his thorn baton reading program. Looking for a boat. Do you know, find one? No. I have a spray baton for you. Thank you, Shaper. This will complete a baton mating pair. Maybe I can start creating more of these powerful weapons. There is little one as humble as I can give you. Please take anything sitting around my store. It is all yours. Let's trade with you. Let me see your wares. Still has high costs. Sell something. Sell junk bag. Straight up grab those living tools. He's got good locks. Oof, that's a hell of a lock. So, there has to be a way to turn those mines off, right? That isn't just make a basic thard. Turn on fight. And get him to just run in. Okay, so it's only set off by me. But I managed to turn it off. Fantastic. End combat. Observation. Just weird. Get my essence back. I'm still like I mentioned a couple of episodes ago, trying to keep about half my essence free for spell casting, because a lot of the powerful damage spells, a lot of the powerful buff spells cost essence as well, and essence doesn't come back until you head back to town. Holding cells 1. Do not enter without neutralizing creation within. And there is a healing pool. That's useful. Some curing spores. And there is a canister. Canister can shape you and improve this ability. Speed. Hastes all nearby allies. Ooh, what do we reckon, team? Do I grab this ability to provide a area effect haste to my party. Chat's staying a little bit quiet. That's fine. I think I'm going to go for it. Slam haste into there. As you can see, it costs a fair bit of essence, but it's particularly in longer fights. Yeah. Right, so you've got 143 hit points. It's not that many. Oof. Oof. If I go to there. No, just... Oh, that did not go well. This is what comes of being a coward. Let's make a new replacement, Jeff. So acid spray, it's got innate haste, it's going to cost a lot of essence, but... Essence per upgrade 4 on this upgraded one. But it's going to be... I need to remember to name them. Big Jeff. This. And canister. And the canister is for Essence Lancers. Ooh. I'm happy to take a cone attack. Cones are good. I think I'll also pop back to the essence pool before I open the other chambers. I was warned it was going to be dangerous, and it was that. Major healing pod on the floor, fair enough. Nothing in that essence tank. And a spectral village over here, fair enough. So let's go with speed. to there. And that's it. Punch, Frost Aura. Do some. Ooh, acid. More acid. Nice. In this case, you can really see the effect that it's having. Here, just how frequently. So, like, what was it, 44%? Chance to get attacks in a round, which is not inconsiderable. I need to use those higher ones. I need to use them up. I have them. Yeah, so pop that in to top up my essence. Just on the off chance we come across something nasty in the next zone. Yeah. Quiet marshes. Oh. We know how well marshes go for us. Um, Row has a lot of health, and I thought I saw a Lish over there as well. Let's just see what the other bridge is like. We were warned I had a lot of creations, but increase missile weapons by one. Oh well. It's all that talking about me now increasing my missile weapon skill. The earlier episodes. All for naught. Yeah, I can take this. The area effect stun. It's rather unpleasant. That quick action skill popping in, I believe. Yeah. Oh, spellcraft, rather. So it looks like there's a lot of turrets knocking about in these spaces. Hard pincers burrowed these chambers out of the soft stone in the valley walls. You recognise the markings. These tunnels were dug out by clawbugs, one of the nastier battle creations. When left alone, these scorpion-like creatures burrow networks of warrens and start to lay eggs. These burrows look like recent creations. They may still be occupied. May, I think, is putting it a bit light. Let's throw some protection on things. Oh, this is just common corner, isn't it? Like, clawbugs are just genuinely quite nasty. They're quite fast. They've got a lot of armor. Um, their attacks hit hard, and they've got a poison proc on those attacks in a lot of cases. So they're a complete package. I don't think they have spell resistance though, which is why I'm able to do as well as I am. Right, those are going to die, so I can get those comparatively guilt-free. How do I tell to use the specific one? Guess by putting that first in my thing. And then heal. Kind of cold. Cure. Cure. And fight. Heal Vulcan because that was closer than I would have liked. Yes, it is taking charges from the first one. Cool. I wondered if that was the case. That means I can use up ones rather than having a bunch of ones with partial charges. He's taking up my entire inventory. Did I check this nest? Can't remember if I did. I did, and there's nothing of value in there anyway. Right, so these turrets are fairly weak individually. You approach a bridge, it is clearly very old. The stone is worn and covered in moss. Fortunately, it has not yet crumbled. Good servile workmanship guided by Shaper engineering. Unfortunately, someone is very keen on keeping anyone from crossing. Numerous turrets have been grown along its length. Even at this distance, they are all pointing at you. The turrets are slightly misshapen, and their colour isn't quite right. They were grown by an amateur, not a proper shaper, and they are still sufficiently well made to kill you. Right. Trying to avoid the enfilade. careful how these things can target us at once. So I think backing up is probably a good call here. They can't chase me, so I can take my time. Go. Grab the potion. And then charge in. And these ones are poisonous and higher health. Right. So let's go with more damage. To there. Yeah. Get to here. I'm on haste. You get to there. Drop a cure. Can I reach these todays? Not yet. Crystal won't go far enough either. Right. Comes in there. It's not far enough. Resisted the daze, that's a pain. Focus on that one. There's the left, right? Terrible with lefts and rights. He's going to die from acid damage, so I don't need to worry too much about that. That haste is doing a lot of work. So there's just that suppression turret, which is going to be an absolute POS to deal with. But I've got the full team. And it doesn't have any support. Fantastic news. Oof. Right. Let's get to the side. Far here. Heal. Grab those, because they're valuable. Yes, I think my bag's overstuffed with magical gems I keep forgetting to use. But in my defence, I really did not want to be surrounded by ranged combatants in that fight. Really did not. Ooh, some kind of clawbug dug storeroom behind me. Get a line of sight. He's dead. Don't worry about him this turn. That accident. And the frost aura. Oh, there's a guy at the back there. Cool. A lot of fantastic acid splitting going on here. So the acid seems to be a more intense version of the poison damage over time. Oh, I can equip that steel shield. Just for that little bit more protection. More shape and notebooks. What I was really worried about there was me walking into that room and there being two more hiding over here. But I managed to not have that happen, which is nice. Acid. It was annoyed at me because I clicked on on Evan to say I want to spray around this guy. Right. Everyone be cured. Spare steel gauntlets. So it looks like these clawbugs have been really going at it. Maybe killing some of those Sholai were around. Before. Didn't realise they'd left thorns here. When I defeated those turrets, slew those turrets. Because if I recall, the Sholai are serious characters, not fucking around, etc. But as it turns out, neither am I. feather has value, it would seem. Spot. Useful. Javelins. Leave the sandals where they be. So whoever's been kind of shaping these turrets, as they're not very good at it, they have been really going for it. Practice makes perfect, I guess. Oh, they've got all of those suppression turrets over there as well. Keep your distance, man. Oh, they've got a lot of those suppression turrets. Okay. I do not like that choke point at all. I think I'm going to check there. It's absolutely blasted through there. Some real in one end out the other type stuff. Right, I think that I might be able to take out this room. How much health do these things have? 71. Okay. Protection. Sing. Oh no, there's one over there as well. Oh, that changes the calculus slightly. Haste. Right. I'm not going to need to control aggro in the same way. Get damage on things. I get you to there. Can you spray team? Oh, that was not what I was hoping for. Heal. There's one dead. Move to there. Drink a healing pod. Whilst the Searing Artiller was nice. Actually, the Searing Artiller was just nice. What's in here? Create clawbug. Yes, please. Box is almost empty. This was a supply cache, but the Sholai outside looted it. Under some trash you find a letter. You try to read it. Unfortunately, it is the strange language of the outsiders. It looks like it might be orders, but you can't decipher it. Fortunately, their alphabet is roughly the same as yours, so you can make out a signature. Trakhov. Very interesting. Gone to the other side of this bridge. This region is a huge expanse of swamp. It makes for miserable travelling. The shifting mud constantly raises your tracks. You repeatedly get lost. Here you finally find the remnants of a path. That's the good news. Unfortunately, this region is icy cold and eerily quiet. Ancient pillars of carved stone jut out of the muck. The occasional old bone is visible under the moss. That's a lot of Romans. Yeah, this is kind of just hectic. Let's have a look at my quests. Just escape CC Isle, compile off, Taker. So yeah, my job is just heading east. So let's try and get through the quiet marshes. Go into a marshy fen. Sickly plants grow from the wet earth, and the peat reeks of decay. In the distance you see a flock of rogue creations, a group of Roman circles of Lish. The floating creation is controlling them. They move slowly along behind it as it drifts around the fen. Rogue Lish often control other creations. It's in their nature. They aren't interested in you right now. One Roma snarls as they wander away. If you get too close to them, they may change their minds. As you walk through the marsh, you suddenly feel woozy. You stumble and fall to your knees, retching. The sickness is overwhelming, but it doesn't last long. As you rest on your hands and knees, you notice something. It is hard to tell in the sunlight, so you look closer. Yes, your skin is glowing slightly. You inspect yourself more carefully. Your muscles are moving under your skin, very slightly, of their own accord, as if rearranging themselves. Your skin is different. It is smoother, stronger, and warmer to the touch. And your thoughts are different too. They are stronger, more confident. When you look at the creations around you, you see how crude and small and flawed and disgusting they are. It is strange and subtle, but unmistakable. You are being changed, improved, rewritten. The augmentation canisters you discovered on this island must have something to do with it. I'm going to record that. Because this seems to be... So that Felish is 50 health. So I don't have high enough stealth to sneak by. I don't think. Yeah. So what I'm going to have to do is hit it as hard as I can. Oh god. As fast as I can. Okay, that was too much.
Oh!
That was too much. Right. So yeah, where I thought there would be 5 roamers, there were about 10. This feels like a more manageable encounter now. And heal. Yeah, that is more manageable. So what's written on these weird obelisks? The stone pile is very old and worn. It's ancient enough to predate the Shaper's settling this island. The years of exposure to the elements have left the most markings on it completely illegible. The remaining symbols have no meaning to you. Fair enough. No, not what it says. There seems to be kind of ritual circle looking things. I'm looking to get kind of this way and south. This way and north, isn't it? East and north to get to Kazig for meeting the Takers. You feel a deep, icy chill. You feel like you're being watched. A gust of cold wind swirls around your body as if it is looking for something. Then it fades. Oh, a little bit of Stonehenge going on here. It's an ancient stone circle. Must have been erected by whoever lived on this island before the Shapers did. It certainly predates your kind. It's a remarkable structure. It's a pity the island is barred. If it wasn't, Susia Island might have a solid tourist trade. Right, so haste on things. We're going to run from past the thing. You're going to run up. Go with a. Can I get all of them in the cone? Oh, not quite. Oh, bugger. trying to use up my items. We get them, and then there's problems. Oh, I don't want to have to heal every turn. Resisted the daze. Fantastic. Yeah, that's that. So you gonna try and make some distance. At least now, when I come back here, I can rebuild the party from scratch. Let's make a clawbug. So active ability is Poison Sting. Frightening Frenzy for the Glistening Storm. I think Defensive Spine's a nice one. Let's give that a shield on. An endurance upgrade. Does it need any of the others? And a strength upgrade. Make it very scary. I'm liking the Cryoa as an all-rounder. Cryoa, sorry. Um, it needs more hit points. Being more realistic about abilities there, because I think that this setup would lower health but more armor, and the poison damage on the attack. Definitely gonna. Um, have an impact. I'm going to here. Can I get this to stay? Yes, I can. Fantastic. Move up. Heal. Remove threats. unfortunately no first turn with Mr. Pinchy, but I think having the option to do both poison and acid to a big tough thing is pretty good. This building seems to be something. This was once a traveller's waypost or a station for the maintenance of creations. More recently, servile travellers have used it as a safe place to camp. Know that rogues have overrun the area. It is completely abandoned. You smell essence in the air. Perhaps this ruin still has a living essence pool. These facilities, uh, these facilities can serve untended for a long time. We found an essence pool in um, the other way through. Didn't we? In the Warren with the servant mind. Well, I'm not thinking straight today. Barely able to talk. This is a problem when I'm streaming. You find an old notebook dating from Shaper days. Pages were coated to protect them from the elements, and the serviles have respectfully left it alone. It might have been an old study journal protected from harsh conditions. Flipping through it, you find that it was kept by a Shaper who was researching the tribes that lived on Susi Island. They died off a few centuries before your people settled here. The reason is an utter mystery. He comments that these woods seem to have some strange energy in them, centered around the nearby stone circle. He's had no luck solving the mystery. He thought that the strange crumbling stone pylons might have something to do with it. His journal ends with a rapidly scrawled note. Moss around one pylon keeps dying. Intriguing. Residual magic? Heal up. Healing pool. Full of essence of through. Let's go to the centre. There should only be the one volition there now. So I've got rid of the roamers. Well, almost all the roamers. The stone pile is very old and worn. It is ancient enough to predate the Shapers settling this island. The exposure of the markings on it completely illegible. The remaining symbols of no meaning to you. Your keen senses detect something off in the air around the pylon. You look closer. There is a small crack running up the side of the pylon. There is a concealed compartment on its side. With a little bit of effort, you pry open the compartment. Inside, you find a short baton, carved of bone, lacquered. It is small and light. You take it. Takes 15 spores. I don't need a rope. Those could go. When you get near the central stone, you start to feel ill. Not enough to be in danger, just enough to feel uncomfortable. There's a lot of unfamiliar ambient magic on Susi Island. Most of it is the result of spells cast many years ago by mages long dead. You can't understand or affect it, you can only try to keep from being hurt by it. You back away. There's a dagger and a silver bar just on the floor there. That might be ritual stuff. I'll leave it be for now. For now. It's not an ideal start. And of course my biggest issue is biggest issue is ranged combatants. So I think when I rebuild Mr. Pinchy in a moment, I won't give him the damage return on melee attacks. I think I'll instead just give him double endurance upgrades, make him hard as nails. Endurance. Your Sir Pinchy. It's 14. Probably afford to give him as well, actually, instead of the strength upgrade. Doesn't need to do damage, he needs to take punishment. Let's see how that works. Let's see how that works. Accidentally hit backspace at the same time as I hit enter there. Yeah, Tory Flop, this is the remaster. It came out, I believe, in February, mid-February. I've been streaming once a week-ish since then. Yeah, so hopefully, if you like it, grab it on Steam. It's not terribly expensive. I think it's available on Humble Store and other places as well. I yeah, it's well worth picking up if you like turn-based games, if you like interactive creatures, if you like a whole bunch of very good reasons to play this game. If you like inventive and explorative um, fantasy settings, it's a lot of good a lot of good fun to be had. A very interesting world that Jeff Vogel created when he made this game. Also, hello to Rabies for Pandas. It's good to have people in the chat. I've had to do a couple of lineup changes as I keep biting off more than I can chew when it comes to encounters. Uh, oh, that is a lot of roamers. That is a lot of roamers. Crystal Burrow. Hmm. Oh, bulging thard. I do not like that. Ow. Out of it came a charged Lish, Rogue Clawbug, and a Rogue Roamer. Oh, okay. Um, right then. There we go. Right, that's something to be aware of. Bulging thards contain multitudes. That weird symbol looking thing heals me. Cool. Again, good to know. Yeah, I appreciate what you're saying there, Tori. It's um the these games are really, really fantastic, and whilst the graphics for them have never been um what can I say, fantastically modern, they have been um the UI elements haven't aged. So I fully appreciate not wanting to jump straight back in with. There have been changes from the original. There are areas and elements. I don't remember the Inutal village from my first playthrough. Uh, it might have been there. I just don't have no memory of it at all. Um, and there are new quests and bits and pieces added in through the Kickstarter. But yes, it's definitely worth picking up and playing if you enjoy. And if you don't want to play it, that's fine. We can keep spend time on the stream. If you're enjoying the stream, please check out my YouTube channel. There'll be a link there's a link in the description. It has all of the episodes of this Let's Play up there for you to watch at your leisure, so you understand the choices I've made thus far. filling up the junk bag until I can get until I feel like I'm going to spend more time in a town. Because I've been popping back to town not infrequently just to heal up. So going near these shining blue crystals alerts these guards to my presence. It seems. Um, let's throw out a daze. Oh, I did not realise that was a pyroma. No, sir. Heal, heal. Don't heal myself. Clear all of these. Healing points. There's more of them. So that's just a normal Roma. Trying desperately not to get murdered by everything. What's in here? Ooh, iron breastplate. I'm really liking that bonus to weapon magic though. Need to use more of it, but I'm liking that bonus. So I think that's just going to be trade goods for me. Round the outside. Just to make sure I know what's going on. Right, so you're... Step one away. And... Put a blast in. Is that just a normal Roma? Cool. Focus the flesh. Can't hit. Can I hit all of them? That frost aura on the Cryoa is doing so much work. The outsider's neck has been neatly snapped. He is attacked by something very big and muscular, perhaps a thard. The assailant looted the body, but left behind a small packet of papers in a belt pouch. You try to read the papers, but you have no luck. They are in a strange and unfamiliar language. Crystal. So I've successfully traversed this space. but I'm interested to see what other routes there are. It's just a casual onk. Ah, that's a lot of mines. Someone has gone to a huge amount of trouble to render this roadway completely impassable. They have planted mines across the entire pathway. Not small mines either, huge, misshapen, lethal ones. When you get closer to them, all of their sensor appendages turn and point straight at you. If you get close to them, they will detonate. In the outside world, it would take a very skilled shaper to make a barrier like this. On Susia Island, you can't be so sure. Someone found a canister for create mine and went a little bit crazy with it, I reckon. Love the cone, even when the cone hurts. Moment of lag there as the game saved. But that's fine, it's good. Oh, this passageway should be safe now, because the check for a second though. Thought there was one. Grab the copper discs. Never have too many. Coin is coin. In the day. Chasing things and then immediately take everything taking damage from the frost aura, so it does absolutely nothing. I need to think ahead. Stack of pillows. I can appreciate that. Use some of the distance I just regained to heal Jeff. He's a little bit too far away from that first one. Look, there we go. Pyro cone attacks are so good. I really appreciate the ability to give creations special moves. That is a very welcome addition. Aha! More skill points. Top up. Let's see what's in this actual area. Interesting. Cure on Frosty. Throw some heals around. Someone recently left a supply cache in this cavern. Obviously, Clawbuck Burrow. They instinctively dig up warrens for themselves. When a bunch of them go rogue, this is their first move. The tunnels are wide, and the gouges they left in the walls are huge. The clawbugs down here are going to be dangerous specimens. Let's go with no. I feel like no is a good response to that. Just space. And head on to Kazig. And I think we'll do some exploring of Kazig, go through some conversations, and then call it there tonight. It is, after all, around about 10 o'clock now. I know that I didn't stream last week, that's a thing, but I do intend to try and keep to the schedule future weeks. Have a good time. Drink health potion. Use a fire wand. Health. Squeezy bag of hit points. Curing spores, always useful. There's a canister here. Containing what? Protection. Yes, please. gone far enough now. May as well go all in on canisters, right, team? Let's pick points back. Why haven't I checked inside here? Ah, this side. This side of these tunnels. And downstairs, but downstairs is already pointed out to be dangerous. How many times can one man miss? Records. Great. Didn't think I had that before. Let's have a look, see. Abilities. Great Flesh 1, yeah. Back some essence and spell energy. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Check what's going on over here. Just see what's on the other side of these. I guess this is on this side of these mines. The easier to get at side of the mines. I don't know. I imagine it's there just to protect Kazakh. So the question would be, how did the Serviles of Kazakh learn to get those mines in place? Uh, Servile outpost. This is an old shape of road. Your people believe in the importance of good infrastructure. Serviles are often assigned to maintain the roads and keep them clear. Some of them have clearly been at work here. There are lots of fresh rogue tracks, but the woods are calm and quiet. The monsters must be lurking around somewhere. This always seems to be the case. If I follow the road, Sign has been recently defaced. Okay then. Can't reach until everyone's standing nearby. Kazakh ruins. These ruins were the largest settlements on Susi Island, back when Shapers were still here. It's a far larger town than you expected to find here. Far too large to be part of a small research facility. The buildings in this neighbourhood have crumbled into ruin. The process was not entirely natural. They were looted and defaced by serviles. A vandalised statue nearby testifies to their handiwork. The dirt around Kazakh is dry and barren. You doubt it was always this way. Blight crept across this area after Shapers abandoned the island. As you walk down the crumbling street, you start to feel nervous. You can hear servile patrols nearby. You doubt you will get a friendly reception. An armed, savage servile walks up to you. In his eyes you see no sign of obedience, or sanity. He is covered with scars, and his robes are torn and filthy. He seems to blame all of his problems on you, personally. He points a weapon at you and says, "Now, Shaper, we take Taker vengeance. You are slain." 3. Wait, I've come to help you. You must let me pass. He starts to attack you, but he experiences a moment of unexpected doubt. You talk fast. Why I let you live? Speak with your leader. No, I will be punished if I must. Ugh. Heal. Protection. And can I hit everything in the cone? Cones are life. I was tempted to say I came from Krakow, but I don't know how that worked out. So I don't know anything. I know almost nothing of their like relationship with what's been going on. Ow. Ow. Oh, I do not like this.
Oh!
37 health. 51.
Ah!
That's that. Ooh. Let's head back to a friendly town briefly. And then see if there is a way out to the north. Find a large nest in this glade. Ooh. There has to be a way to Kazakh proper, right? But in any case, I'm now not having to spend my initial actions in... Well, see how saying that I'm sent by someone I'm very clearly not sent by go. Shape reliably. Oh, I do not like that at all. Why, Jeff? Why were you at the front of the group there? Like you've been very explicit at trying to get you to be at the back of the back of the moving group because this is absurdly dangerous. The overgrowth means it's not even a predictable. Level 2 Atlas Lances. Nice. Blasting Crystal. Awesome. Nice. Ah. That's bullshit. Just hasted critical hit nonsense. I need it to be able to spit acid. I need the Artilla to be able to spit acid because that's kind of the core thing that an Artilla does is spit acid at things. I also like the cone. The cone is really, really good. Saying I've been sent by this boy didn't make enough of a difference. Fair enough. Didn't have enough leadership, I guess. Just about reach that guy. Right. To heal. Cone. Cones are so good in terms of what they can do to things. But what's more worth it now is just saying you guys aren't conscious.
Oh!
Not like these guys. I've decided. I
Ah!
like how much they kill me.
Oh!
spelt that, but it doesn't really matter. Unlikely to survive long enough for it to make a difference. Because, oh god, these things are nasty. I'm just going to go pop an extra point into each of my shaping skills. So what I'm trying to do is get north to, cause I'm pretty sure from like the looks of the overall map, um, the actual village of Kazakh itself is to the north, like the actual town itself. And oh, where is my angry gem? Now can I blitz everything before we get all of the...
Ah! Ugh.
Looks like there's potential.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's looks like it's going to be through that space. Kind of central at the top of the... You are stopped by one of Kazakh's guards. He watches the gate into the settled part of the city. He doesn't trust you a bit, but for some reason, he's willing to speak with you. I am Rosen of Taker's Shaper. By rights, you should be slain for entering our lands, but order has been given. You can enter city and talk without being slain. Word has gone round. You attacked no more. But watch yourself. One wrong thing, and you die. You received orders to let me pass? Why? Orders are from Norrell himself, leader of Takers. I not question her or her plans or her plans, or her strength. I do what she say. She say you pass. You pass. Tell me more about Takers. We are opposed to your kind. We make you pay for what you've done to us. You go north. You learn more from Norrell. I know what to talk to you. We need to serve our merchant. He seems far more civilized than the other takers. His clothes aren't torn, and he doesn't openly hate you. He does, however, look dangerously thin. Welcome, Shaper, he says. I am Alf. These are taker lands. I can't talk to you for long. Cole in Vakiri wants to know if it's possible to trade with you again. Tell him that it is impossible. Even if the roads were clear, trading with the Awakened would result in death at the hands of the takers. Are you a taker? Of course, how could I not be a taker? It is the wisest path, the only possible path, and takers are just to visit swift punishment on all who question them. To more of their philosophy. I can't. I'm not wise enough. Enter the main town. Talk to Norrell. Her wisdom is complete. I can talk to you anymore. I'm sorry. I want to sell things. Empty my junk bag. A year or two ago, Admiral Rosewood tags. The takers went mad. They ever been affected by something has changed, particularly with the takers. Okay. Kazakh. And I think, seeing as it's 20 past 10, I'm going to save it here. We can go through and talk with Norrell and find out more about what's going on the eastern side of the island, and yeah, make our plans moving further forwards. Um, ah, take a no yeah. Keep forgetting that I can't put punctuation marks in. So in any case, thank you very much for watching. Um, follow me on Twitch. I haven't set up any paid subscriptions or anything like that yet, so it's free. Just get notifications when I go live. I try to do my streams once a week at 8 o'clock on Fridays. I might stream more here and there. I've been having a lot of fun with other games, but I want to keep the Geneforge thing weekly where I can. Um, I've got a YouTube where all of this will be going up um, along with other things as and when I feel. Uh, I've got a Twitter where I'll retweet and follow stuff. I'll um, throw out takes on miniatures wargaming, on tabletop gaming, of video games, things that are happening in my life. Just follow me there as well. Let's get the word out. This is a fantastic game and deserves to have more attention. Um, Pick up this game on Steam if you so feel to support the developer. It's not a big development studio. It can use all the support you can give it. Um, yeah, thank you very much for following, and see you next week with any luck.